Hi, welcome to our league match versus Phantoms. We're set up, we're good to go. So we'll just get straight into it. It's pretty interesting actually. I'm going to get too sidetracked. Oh. Just see what quickly this means. I think we don't want to panic, but it's pretty interesting. I was going to say something pretty interesting. Yeah, just the evolution of our starting lineup, really. How it's kind of interesting, especially if you're talking about younger players who are like under 21 and older players who are like over 30. It can be the case that you're starting a player who's the older one, who's 30 or 31 at the start of the season, but then as the season progresses, just the attributes for the 20 or 21-year-old have shifted up enough, and the 31-year-old have shifted down enough, that actually the younger player can displace the older player in your starting lineup throughout the season. It's just something to be aware of, because that appears to have happened to us before and this season, and it's just not sure if that's something we've ever mentioned. So we're not really, just going to pause because we're not really going anywhere, I don't think, this match. So let's switch to 4-2-4 and let's just see if that works first. Just give it a test. I'm just going to move the mouse to where we started this just so we can compare. And I don't think that it is working out for the best, so let's just go back. We could try something else, but really there isn't a lot else that we can try that isn't risky. And I don't know, like, just players playing sort of two suboptimal positions. We could go more defensive, but for sure, but that doesn't make sense when you're losing. Maybe it does. Maybe it did. Maybe we could have come back from one goal, and maybe we can't come back from two. Oh, we sunk without a trace. I honestly don't know. So it's not good. I think we have to do something. I think we change back to 4-2-4. I think we give it a go. So I think Lange comes in, and I think we just up the tempo. I think we just have to take the risks. A lot has to happen here, really, for us to get anything out of this match. Well, at least we're creating something now. And just bring on a fresh winger. That's, I can't think of much else to do. Yeah, I think there's someone without a trace now. Pretty disappointing performance, really. It's not over, but not good as well. I think we've just been outplayed here today. And I think we just need one last roll of the dice because we're not one to give up. So I think we just need, I guess, just bring on a holding midfielder here and just really commit to overcommitting. But I really can't see this working out for us. In fact, we are really very much, too much so. I think we need to change enough to hopefully get a bit more balance in there to hopefully create some chances. I think all in all in the second half we're not done too badly. I mean, if you look at it in isolation, we might even nab a draw out of the second half if you look at the second half in isolation. But the first half was just a disaster basically. And the second half nowhere near good enough to make up for it. And yeah, I think we've lost, pretty sure. Just waiting till it's definitely the case. I think it's going to be the case. I think technically we can still score 3 goals. Definitely not. I think kind of at the point in time where we can't really now. So we're just going to take down the tackling. Just to hopefully avoid any injuries, basically, because and arguably it was kind of over before the last 3 minutes. Realistically, like, it was such a tiny fraction of a percent that we could score 3 goals in 3 minutes. The odds of that were so statistically insignificant. Maybe if you're talking about 3 goals in 6 minutes or something, it's really low, but maybe statistically significant. So probably we were a little bit late, like 1 or 2 minutes late in regards to taking down the horses. We could, for example, we could have got an injury at the end, and then that could have cost us some additional results here. So it's really important. Like once the match is won or lost, note or lost. Once the result is determined, once it's a foregone conclusion, there's still the wider context of the season to play for, the wider context of the competition. Does the goal difference matter here? Did it matter us not conceding another goal? Did it matter trying to pull one back? If not, then it was much better to care about trying to get the points or trying to avoid injuries or whatever. So, and this was one where we made maybe a little bit of a mistake here. Maybe a couple minutes earlier we should have toned down that aggressiveness. So, but all in all, yeah, I think conceding that early goal just put us in a tough spot. I think if we didn't concede it, we could have gone and switched to be more defensive when things weren't running again. Things weren't running for us. We could have switched to more defensive maybe we would have been solid. Maybe they wouldn't have created anything. We're pretty reasonable overall at closing out matches and setting up defensive. So had we have done that after a bad start, it was 0-0, we shut up shop, and then it was a very balanced match, we might have been happy to stick with that. And we might have gone for something at the end. We might not have. They might not have scored. We might have got a draw. It all could have been different, really, is the point I'm saying. But we went more attacking, and that didn't really work out for us at all. Our team is pretty good at going defensive. This is a fundamental point, and not really that good at attacking. So when we have to chase matches like this, it's really never a good position for us to be in. Obviously, you don't want to be chasing matches ever, because it's never good to be losing, but I just think it's disproportionately bad for us to be losing compared to the average team, because our team is better at defending than it is attacking, basically, as a collective unit. So if we get early goals, that's fantastic, because we can often convert them into wins, and if we concede an early goal, we get results out of it sometimes, but it's always just an uphill struggle. And just in this match, I felt like, I mean, particularly when we're being outplayed and we concede, I just felt like this match that if we didn't concede this early goal, we could have got something out of the match. We could have gone defensive, we could have got more of a play, it could have been different, but it wasn't to be. So we've lost, and now again, it's just every single time we look like we're climbing up a little bit, we have a couple matches where I think we got 1 point from the last 2 matches, and that's just slid us all the way back down again. And again, we could win a couple matches in a row and pull back up, but I just think, time and time again, I keep saying, I just think third place is just simply beyond us. But you never know. I mean, at the end of the day, just got to keep going, and we keep saying all the time. So, cheers, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you for the next match.